Blow stages a bout between two trends in exhibition: the claiming of gallery space by architects and the ceding of that space to the ambient possibilities of new media. To chart this collision, techniques of cinematic projection and scripting are repurposed to spur new orders of spatial and structural sequencing and new environments for communing with new art. The installation derives first from the filmic rather than architectural relationship between script and projection, the former usually serving as the template or pretext for filmmaking, and the latter its increasingly historical mode of delivery and final fruition. Projection precedes script in our equation within the parameters of the projected image cast in roles of formal generation. In one sense, Blow by Blow is a prototypical exploration for an ongoing related project, a media center at Columbia College Hollywood. For the media center at Columbia College Hollywood, Deegan Design developed a series of scripting operations to model the throw and reflection, or umbra and penumbra, of film projection. The edges of a pyramidal cone of projection were allowed to extend as vectors and bounce repeatedly through the available space for the media center, creating a kind of three-dimensional Argyle pattern. The Argyle, created by two back-to-back projections, in turn became an armature for 9 interrelated screening spaces. In the SCI-Arc Gallery, the initial bounce line scripting, in which a single projection-based vector was allowed to rebound ad infinitum through the space of the gallery, evolved in two more disciplined directions. First, the space of the gallery was reconceived as a 6-foot by 7-foot by 8-foot gridded frame, the proportions of which allow a 4:3 televisual image on one face and a 9:16 cinematic aspect ratio on the diagonal. The dimensions also mimic those of a prison cell. Within this matrix, a randomized 16-part vector path was developed, in which each third vector point was triangulated back to its origin to create a continuous, faceted surface. A braid of 2 of these paths supports 2 dual-screen projection areas. Rather than simply blacking out the gallery, the spanning surfaces of the vector paths create a gray room condition in which viewers may see each other, but projected images are shaded from clear story exposure. The title Blow by Blow alludes to a few blown opportunities, including Antonioni's Blow Up, 1966, Gordon Matta Clark's Blow Out of 1976, and George Yu's earlier pneumatic installation in the SCI-Arc Gallery, also titled Blow Up. In Antonioni's Blow Up, the sequential narrative of the film reel is slowed and finally arrested by accumulated still photographs that, when fused in a vast, tiled collage, unlock the crime driving the drama. By replacing window panes that he shot out of the Institute for Urban Studies in New York with images of defunct modernist housing projects, Gordon Matta Clark employed a very different game of vectors in Blow Out to comment on architectural idealism framed in the space of the gallery. The choreography of freedom and constraint in the design of Blow by Blow also keys to its inaugural programming, Corrections and Collections, Architectures for Art and Crime, a study of prisons, museums, and their complementary roles in contemporary high design and U.S. urban renewal. After a 2-week run of Corrections and Collections, the installation will host work by leading artists working in new media in a series entitled Friends of Friends.